Hello, my students. How are you? I missed you so much. Welcome to our lesson today. Today we're going to revise the present perfect simple. Open your grammar books, page 25. Page 25. Let's read these lines. But before I start reading, I'm going to ask a question. When do we use the present perfect simple, or why do we use it? We use the present perfect simple to talk about something that, number one, started in the past but hasn't finished. And we have discussed this function. We have discussed it. For example, I have worked at this company for 6 years. I haven't finished. So that's why I used the present perfect simple when we want to talk about something started in the past but hasn't finished. Number two, something has just finished. Has just finished. Do you remember the mommy in the PowerPoint slide? She has just finished baking the cookies. Or let's read this example. Mr. Jenkins has just finished his research. Number three, something that happened in the past, but we don't know or we don't say exactly when. Look at this example. We have been to the new museum. So when we want to say that something happened in the past and we don't mention the exact time. Number four, something happened in the past but has a result in the present. For example, look at my injury here. I have cut my finger last week, but this is the result. This is the result of the injury. Look at this example. Tom has hurt his back. He can't play in the basketball match. Okay, something that happened in the past but affects my present time. That's the function, or these are the functions of the present perfect simple. And now let's move to the structure. Let's move to the structure. We have the affirmative, negative, and the questions or short questions, WH questions, or yes-no questions. In the singular subject, he, she, it, we use has or hasn't, plus past participle form or the verb 3, and of course plus the object. For the plural subject, they, we, you, and I, we use the helping verb have or haven't, plus of course the verb 3 or past participle form. For the questions, we use WH questions or yes-no questions, short answers. We use the helping verb at the beginning of the question, has or have, has of course for the singular subject and have for the plural subject. Plus the subject, whether it's singular or plural, and of course the past participle form. And remember this, haven't equals have not. So this is the short form and this is the long form. And of course hasn't and has not, they are the same. They are the same, but this is the short form. These are the short forms, and these are the long forms. And we have discussed that the difference between gone and been. We have discussed the difference between been and gone. Been, we use been to say that someone went somewhere and has returned. Been, it is used when we want to say that someone went somewhere and has returned. And gone, we use it when we want to say that someone went somewhere and hasn't returned yet. Let's remember the keywords or time expressions. We use already, ever, for, just, yet, since, recently, lately, still, These are the keywords or time expressions which are used in the present perfect simple. And now please flip your page. Open page 26. Page 26. And together let's do these questions or activities. Look at exercise number 1. Exercise number 1. Complete the sentences with the present perfect simple. Use the words in brackets. We're going to fill in these blanks using the present perfect simple, and we're going to use these verbs in brackets. Look at number 1. Number 1 is a question. That's why it started with have. So, and the subject is you, a plural subject. So, have you, and we are asked to use ever as a time expression or a keyword. So, have you ever looked through a telescope? Have you ever looked through a telescope? We used have because the subject is plural. Ever is a time expression and the past participle form of the verb look. So, have you ever looked through a telescope? Let's move to the next one. Number 2. The children, their homework just finish. So we're going to correct the verb finish and we're going to use the keyword or time expression just. So the children is a plural subject. So the children have just. The children have just. The past participle form of the verb finish is finished. The children have just finished their homework. Number 3. We, Uncle Robert, for 4 years, and we have not seen, so it is a negative sentence. We is a plural subject, so have not, or haven't. Let's use the short form. We haven't. The past participle form of the verb see is seen. So we haven't seen Uncle Robert for 4 years. 4 is the time expression or the keyword. Let's move to number 4. My brother to become an astronomer since he was a little boy. And we have the verb want. My brother is a singular subject, so we are going to use has. And the past participle form of the verb want is wanted. So, my brother has wanted to become an astronomer since he was a little boy. Number 5. The scientists. Anything about a mysterious object yet. And of course you remember that yet is only used in the negative sentences and questions. And that's why we're going to negate this sentence. And here is not discovered. The verb is not discover. Scientist is a plural subject. So scientists have. And it's negative, so haven't. The scientists haven't. Discover, discovered. The scientists haven't discovered anything about the mysterious object yet. Last one, the last sentence, we're going to form a question. A short answer question or a yes-no question. Here's the subject is Asma. So Asma is a singular subject. So it should start with has. Has Asma. Has Asma. The past participle form is lived. So has Asma lived in Beirut since 2016. Has Asma lived in Beirut since 2016. Now let's go to activity number 3. Look at the pictures and complete the questions with the present perfect simple. Add the words in brackets. Then write short answers. So we're going to form yes/no questions and the answer of these questions, yes or no. Look at the first example. Has Brian lost something? Yes, he has. Look at the picture. He's looking for something. So, has Brian lost something? Let's go to number 2. The dishes yet. Look at yet. This is a question. Of course, we use yet. So, we have Kaylee and Ben. Kaylee and Ben is a plural subject. So, the questions should start with have. Have Kaylee and Ben washed? The gap is not enough, so washed. Have Kaylee and Ben washed the dishes yet? Look at the dishes, they are still dirty. So, no, they haven't or have not. So, let's go to number 3. Number 3, all the milk the kitten drank. The kitten is the subject. The kitten is a singular subject, so has the kitten and the past participle form of drink is drunk. Has the kitten drunk all the milk? No, it hasn't. There is some milk. So no, it hasn't. Number 4, a new microwave they buy. So they is a plural subject, so the question should start with have. Have they? The past participle form is bought. Have they bought a new microwave? Look, yes, they have. So the answer is yes, they have. Number 5. The plants. Look at these plants. Maybe they are so thirsty. So we have this subject is Suzanne and the verb is water. Water here is not a noun. It's not that liquid that we drink when we feel thirsty. Water here is a verb. Here in this sentence is a verb. So Suzanne is a singular subject. So it should start with has. Has Suzanne or Susan? The past participle form is watered. Has Suzanne watered the plants? Look at these poor plants. No, so Suzanne hasn't watered the plants. So no, she hasn't or has not. Number 6, look at these boys. They are watching TV and they have been eating crisps or maybe chips or nuts. So we have the verb finish and the subject is we. So have we finished? Have we finished all the crisps? Look at the look on their eyes. So yes, we have. this is how to form yes/no questions and to answer them. Now, let's move to exercise number 4. Choose the correct answers. In this activity, we're going to choose the verbs been or gone. And of course, you remember the difference between been and gone. We use the verb been when someone went somewhere and has returned. But the verb gone, we use it when someone went somewhere and hasn't returned yet. Okay? Number 1 is done. Number 2. Mike is not here. Mike is not here. He fishing. Has been, have been, or has gone. The answer, of course, is not be, because he is a singular subject. We don't use the verb have. Maybe it's has been or has gone. But we have this sentence, he is not here, So he hasn't returned yet. The answer is has gone, because he's not here. Number 3. My brother to India for 2 months. My brother to India for 2 months. Is he here? Is he here? Or has he returned? Yes, he has returned. How could I tell? Because for 2 months, if he were there in India, she would say maybe since, not using for. She wouldn't, or he wouldn't use for. So in this sentence, my brother has returned. So we're going to choose has been. We can't use has gone because he has returned, and we can't say hasn't gone to negate the sentence because we have for 2 months. The duration is clear. Let's move to number 4. Jack to the dentist twice this month. Jack to the dentist twice this month. Is he still there in the dentist clinic? No. So he has been. So he or Jack has been, because he has returned. He can't stay in the clinic or the dentist clinic or the dental clinic. Number 5. Kyla is on holiday. Kyla is on holiday. To South America, we have a question. So the question should start with the helping verb. So the answer is clear. Has she gone? And we use the verb gone because she's not here. She's on holiday. So she hasn't returned yet. The last one, a planetarium before. Do you know what is a planetarium? It's actually a museum which shows the planets, stars, something which is related to the space. So, since it's a question, it should start with have or has, but the subject is you, so we're going to start with have. Have you gone to or have you been? Of course, the answer is have you been, because I can't stay at a planetarium. So, have you been to a planetarium before? So, I have returned. Of course, when I visit the planetarium, I should return. The answer is have you been? I hope you enjoy watching this video, and please do the activity on your box, and wish you all the best. And I missed you so much. Bye bye.